When I was 7 years old, me and my neighbors used to get into big-time arguments every day on the bus. When we'd get on the bus on the way to school, we would talk about our favorite TV shows, and at that time, all of my friends, Colby, Adam, Sam, they loved Spiderman. Now, Spiderman was pretty cool, and if you guys don't know a little bit about Spiderman, let me tell you a little bit about him. Spiderman was a superhero. He'd take care of evildoers, and he'd wear this red and blue suit, and he'd have these things called spidey senses where he could tell what was happening behind him, and he'd have these webs that come out of his wrist, be like, tss, tss, and he could swing from building to building, and people loved him. Now, I never really thought much of him because here's the thing about Spider-Man that many people don't realize. Spider-Man got all of his superhero skills because one day there was a radioactive spider that came and bit him. And because that radioactive spider came and bit him, Spider-Man began to develop all of these different superpowers. And that's the thing. Because if you were bitten by a radioactive spider, or I was bitten by a radioactive spider, and we got all of these superhero skills, well, we would be superheroes too. It's not like he did something special to get those skills. He got lucky. It just sort of happened. Batman, on the other hand, well, he's a different story. Batman, he fought evildoers not because he had some sort of superpower that came to him in some weird way. No, he became strong because he worked. He became strong because he would go to the gym and he would work out and he'd climb on mountains, and he got smart because he read lots of books and tried to learn more information, and because of that he got super strong, and that's how he beat all of the evil doers. Now, about 3 weeks ago, when I was on my TV and I was going through the different channels, I saw Batman again. And when I saw him, all of these memories of how much I love him came back, and I started to think to myself, man, if Batman got so strong and so good all by himself, how come I can't do that? And that night, before I went to sleep, I went to my bathroom and I looked at the mirror and I had a good look at what I was looking like, and I was like, and I told myself, Amin, you gotta work out. If you want to be like Batman, well, you've got to get it together. So that morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning. It's so early in the morning that the sun's not even out yet. I woke up and I went to the gym and I started working out. And you know what? I've gone to the gym every day at 5 a.m. for the last 2 weeks because I want to be exactly like Batman, and I want to get strong, and I know that just like him, I can do it. But I have to tell you something that happened earlier today. On my way to the Noor kids' office, before I came to video this event, I had to stop at the gas station for gasoline. And when I stopped for gasoline and I went into the gas station and I opened up the door and I was going to the cash register, from the corner of my eyes, I saw something. It was a display with big lights, and inside those displays were beautifully kept donuts. It was like, walked close towards them. I looked at that display, and in the display I saw a shelf of plain glazed donuts. I saw some that were blueberry cake donuts, and I even saw my favorite, cherry fritter. I said Salaam Alaikum to the cherry fritter. The cherry fritter said Salaam Alaikum to me. I opened up the display and I got close towards and I went, oh my gosh, that cherry smell came into my nose and it tasted a little bit of Jannah, and I was like, oh man, if I could just take a bite out of this and sink it into my teeth, oh man, it'll taste like a little bit of heaven, and every bite I would just enjoy it so much. Oh my goodness. So I took a little napkin and I grabbed that cherry fritter and I was about to take it out when I started thinking to myself, is this what Batman would do? I put the cherry fritter back. I took a step back. I thought to myself, no, Amin. If you want to be like Batman, sure, this donut will taste good right now. Sure, that cherry fritter in your mouth will taste like a little bit of Jannah or heaven in your throat, and you're going to love it so much. But once you finish, oh man, all those sugars, that can't be good for you. Amin, don't do it. So I put it away. I took a step back, and I thought to myself, wow, that was a struggle. So we have to know that when we are working on stuff, sometimes we think, oh man, it's gonna be so tough. Can I change? Can I actually get super strong and super fast? Yeah, we can change. Now the other thing is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He promises us in the Quran. He promises us over here, okay? You guys can see it over here. This is the translation of an ayah in the Quran in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, He promises, for those who strive for us, the people who try really, really hard, we will surely guide them to our ways. And indeed, Allah is with the doers of good.